Explore is the area in Google Analytics 4 where you can build reports from scratch. We have different types like freeform, funnel exploration, path exploration, segment overlap, cohort exploration, and user lifetime. We're going to focus on the first three. Let's start with freeform. I click on it. And what it does is to create a freeform report. On the right, I can see the report, which is a table. And on the left, I can see a column with the variables, which allows me to select the period, segment, dimensions, and metrics, and another column with the settings. These settings allows me to change the technique of the report. I have freeform, but from here I could choose to make it a cohort exploration, funnel exploration, segment overlap, path exploration, or user lifetime. I can also change the rows. I have town city, but I want to see, in this case, a report by page. So for that, I need to go to the dimensions and look for page path. It's not available there. As it's not available there, I need to add the page path dimension to my list. For that, I go to the plus sign, and it displays all the dimensions available. There are 345. I'm gonna search for the one that I'm interested in, which is page path and screen class. I select it, I import it, and now I can see it. What I could do is to drag and drop, or I could select it from here, drop or select dimension. I'm gonna remove town city. I can also see columns. This report is showing the data of page path and screen class by device category. I'm gonna remove the columns. And I can also see different values. It's showing active users, but what I want to see is sessions. Sessions is not available on my list. So I go to the left, to the variables, metrics, click on the plus sign, and search for my metric called sessions. In this case, there are 171 metrics available, so it's really good to have a search box because it allows me to just search for it. I click on import, I add sessions and remove active users. And now I have my page path report by sessions. I'm gonna click on sessions so it's sorted by sessions, and now I can see them there. I can see more than 10 rows. So here it shows rows 10. Instead, I could see 50 or more. I'm gonna select 50. And I could also add a filter. Before we saw a filter, which was based on the channel. We don't have channel in the dimensions, so I'm gonna search for it. Channel, session default channel group. I'm gonna import it. And now in my filters, I could select session default channel group, exactly matches organic search, which is the example we saw in the reports area. I click on apply. And now it's only showing me the pages that come from organic search. But instead of that, what I want to do is to get rid of this not set. I delete the filter. I create a new one where page path does not contain not set. Click on apply. And now not set disappears. As I explained previously, not set in this case looks like an implementation issue, so I'm just going to exclude it and ignore it. Later on, I will explain what it means, but for now, we can just ignore it. I can also change the dates, and instead of seeing the last 28 days, I'm going to select February, which is what we were working with in the reports area. And I have my pages report by sessions. In addition to adding columns, which would see, we saw that I added device category, I had device category, and they showed as columns. I could add comparisons, segment comparisons. When I add a segment, for example, paid traffic, what it does is to create columns. I could have both. I could have my device category as a column and also different segments. I have paid traffic. I could also have direct traffic. So now we can see pages by direct versus paid traffic and segmented by the different device categories.